I'm banning air. If you've heard our Peabody Award-winning radio series Afropop Worldwide any time over the past 30 years, you probably know that we take you places. Places like Madagascar, Egypt, Mali, and Ghana. When we return from these trips, we bring back lots of stuff, recordings, video, books, photographs, stuff like this. And over 3 decades, we have used a dazzling array of audio and video and film formats. You can imagine, it's piling up. This summer, we're moving and consolidating our archive up here in Middletown, Connecticut, our home away from home, and incidentally, the birthplace of Afropop Worldwide. Up here we have lower rent, we have a lot more space, and we have access to interns from Wesleyan University and other allies who are going to help us organize, digitize, catalog this enormous archive so it can be used in educational products, research, consulting endeavors, and of course, future productions of Afropop Worldwide. So that's why we're launching this GoFundMe campaign, specifically to make this move and to protect this phenomenal resource. We've set up a digitizing lab to deal with our most vulnerable items, starting with these guys, DATs, digital audio tapes. You might not remember them, but they were at one time supposed to replace the CD. Turns out we made some of our most excellent field recordings during the time when DATs were the thing. Let's grab one at random here. Okay, here's 1993, an interview in Bamako, Mali with Habib Kouyaté and another with Ami Koita. Not the sort of thing you want to lose. But what we've learned is that DATs are actually the most vulnerable and unstable of all the audio formats we've used. So lucky us. We're here to fund the next steps in this long process. Specifically, we want to raise $10,000 to fund the move, a year's rent on a large climate-controlled storage space here in Middletown, which we've already found, a couple of laptops to complete our digitization lab, a first round of bulk photo digitization. We have just amazingly beautiful photographs from over the years that need to be preserved. And some money to start paying interns to do the work in this room of protecting these rare recordings. And of course, we have some goodies for you, starting with the very first edition of Afropop Worldwide. It was actually called Afropop at the time. It aired in 1988 in October, and the show had been missing from our archive for years until we found this reel-to-reel master of that original program. We've since had it digitized, and everyone who contributes to this campaign will get a download copy. Plus, we have a souvenir pack that includes copies of our Afropop listeners guides. Longtime listeners will remember that this is how we distributed information about African and African diaspora music before we had a website. And along with that, you get some copies of our classic concert cards and a signed copy of the sleeve notes from Angelique Kidjo's award-winning album, Eve. We have some t-shirts too. Small in the classic Afropop t-shirt. We have 4 of these red ones for the kids, so think of the kids. We did find a couple of copies of this classic, Let Freedom Sing. This was one of our greatest events ever, 2002 at the bottom line with not Malatini, but the Mahatela Queens with Dorothy Masuka and Thomas Mapfumo and the Blacks Unlimited, and Bonnie Raitt. That was a special night, and you can commemorate it with a t-shirt. We also have a couple of these lovely sweatshirts. Again, they're small, so for the kids. Books, lots of books. Classic books on African music, especially these 2 by John Storm Roberts, which really hold up as excellent primers to how music came from Africa and influenced the music of the Americas. We have some CDs, including advanced copies of this CD by one of the greatest Malian acoustic guitarists you will ever hear, Boubacar Badian Diabaté, coming out later this year, but you can have it right now. And some vinyl, Vieux Farka Touré, the Woodstock Sessions. This is a special item, never released in any other format, as best we know. Now, for that special donor, we do have one copy of the Fela box set curated by Erica Badu. 6 albums, incredible classic Fela with the original covers. You will not want to miss that. And a few specialty items. We have these maracas from Cuba, the genuine item, and personally carried from Mali by yours truly, a Fulani herder's hat in perfect condition, and it can be yours without a plane ticket. Now, some of these items are in short supply. All the more reason to get in there early. We'll be updating the list of available premiums, so keep an eye on this space as the 6-week campaign goes on. And thanks for listening. We're counting on you to help us move towards a bright new future for Afropop Worldwide.